everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kayla, and today I'm going to be talking about what it was like to wear J-fashion in Japan as a foreigner. And first of all, I want to do a little bit of a fit check. You can't really see that, but this is one of the t-shirts I bought when I was in Japan. This is a Gloomy Bear exclusive from ACDC Rag. When I was in Japan, I wore J-fashion every single day. That's the most I've ever dressed up in a very long time. But for the most part, when I was in Japan and like the Harajuku area, I was sticking to wearing lolita and mostly visual kei throughout my trip. So when you think of J-fashion or Harajuku fashion, you think of things like lolita, decora, fairy kei, visual kei, you know, those type of fashions, right? So in Harajuku, which is where these fashions come from, the main styles are lolita, decora, visual kei. Those are like the main ones you'll see out and about when you're walking around Harajuku. Harajuku is where all these fashions came from. It is the birthplace of J-fashion, and it is spread worldwide. If you're visiting Harajuku, you're going to think you're going to be seeing so much like J-fashion, Harajuku fashion everywhere. But actually, the most people I saw in Japan wearing the fashion were foreigners. Like lolita mostly and like decora kei are the most popular ones right now. One of my friends was telling me that her Japanese friends actually consider Harajuku fashion more like how we see alternative fashion here in the States, like emo or goth. It's not very common as much as people think it is. Harajuku fashion is just one of those things where either you're in it or you're not. And for most of Japan and the Japanese people there, a lot of them are not in it. It is very much a niche. What is considered actual J-fashion or Japanese fashion is something you would probably find at Uniqlo. Very casual, but it also looks very nice. Everyone in Japan dress very nice, but they also don't really stand out. There's not a lot of color that I notice. Compared to when I wear Japanese fashion here in the States, or more like Harajuku fashion, like what I'm wearing now, people will stare, people will make comments, people might even come up to you and ask questions perhaps, or you know, they might even harass you, which that's happened to me quite a few times. But what I love about Japan is that nobody bothers you. It's so great. I can be weird and a freak and everyone minds their business. No one will comment or say anything for the most part. The only main issues that I had when I was in Japan was with other foreigners taking photos of me without my permission. Like they would just come up like right in your face and like shove the camera in your face and take your photo. Like not even asking. Like I felt like I was like a zoo animal or a sideshow attraction. I'm like, I don't even live here. I'm just visiting. But they're like, ooh, freaky person. They must be a Harajuku kid. I'm going to take their photo. So it's really rude. But again, a lot of them, they're tourists. They're just there to like take photos and videos of everything. They don't like really think that it's rude to do that. Which is why a lot of Japanese people who are into Harajuku fashion, they don't really hang out there anymore because there's just way too many tourists. So they always used to hang out by like either Shinjuku area or Shibuya. Most of the comments I got from Japanese people in Japan when I was out and about walking around in lolita or visual kei were Happy Halloween or Halloween too early. You know, because they think I'm wearing a costume or something. Because like I said, Harajuku fashion is still a niche, and not even like most Japanese people know what it is. For the most part, most of the experience I had with wearing Japanese fashion, like mostly Harajuku fashion in Japan, was really positive. And even like this old salary man, he was like, oh, sugoi, amazing. So I'm like, oh, it means a lot to me when locals love what I'm wearing. So I'm like, okay, so I'm doing it right if they like it. When I went to like one of the well-known temples in Tokyo, I was dressed out in like a full visual kei outfit, and there were these really cute Japanese schoolgirls, and one of the girls was like freaking out over my outfit. She's like, visual kei, visual kei. I'm like, yeah, visual kei. And it was just a really cute moment. She wanted a photo with me. So you will get those moments sometimes in Japan if you're wearing like visual kei is really popular still right now. So if you're wearing that, you might get stopped and asked for photos by locals. But for the most part, people in Japan will leave you alone, so you don't have to worry about anyone like harassing you like they do here in the States or like the UK or wherever. One of the biggest issues I had wearing Lolita fashion in Japan was riding the trains. It was pretty miserable because you're standing the whole time and you're taking up so much space. I didn't even bother sitting down. I just kind of stood the whole time and tried to like hide my way in a corner with my giant ass petticoat. I felt bad. I felt like I was kind of one of those annoying foreigners, like taking up so much space. But I don't know. I mean, I saw quite a few Lolitas in Japan, so I'm sure they're kind of used to dealing with that, unless they change somewhere. I don't know. Or they might live around Tokyo and Harajuku area where they can just probably walk in their Lolita and not take the train. But I didn't really have any other options because I don't live there, so I just kind of had to deal with the giant petticoat everywhere I went. I went to a couple of pop-ups there. There was the Koi Monster Cafe, and there was another pop-up by a small artist. And it was really interesting to interact with actual Harajuku girls in Japan. They're so nice. Everyone in Japan that I talked to who was into Japanese fashion were amazing. They're so nice and so supportive. They love seeing foreigners wear the fashion. Of course, I did a lot of shopping and I brought home so much J fashion, which if you watched my earlier video, you saw that entire haul. I spent like maybe $1,000 on Japanese fashion. But I always love going into the stores and talking with the shop girls because some of them do speak a little bit of English and there are foreigners who work there. So it was really nice to talk to some people about Japanese fashion and like our passions for it. And some advice, if you're going to be walking a lot, please wear comfortable shoes. I made the mistake of wearing my Demonia platforms. Big mistake. I got blisters on top of blisters. If you're not really into Harajuku fashion, but you've always wanted to try it, there are photo studios in Tokyo that you can go to where they can lend you like kimonos and Lolita fashion where you can get like a photo shoot done. If you're all dressed up and you want to try and get some photos taken, because there's a lot of street photographers out and about in Japan, especially in the Harajuku area. There is Tokyo Street Fashion. They're there every Saturday and Sunday, I believe. And if you go stand out by a certain area by the mall Lafayette, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but over there by that area, if you stand over there in that area, they'll show up and they will usually take your video or your photo. I actually got featured by them on their stories on Instagram, and I thought that was really cool. It was like always on my bucket list to be on Tokyo Fashion, and I actually did it. I'm so proud of myself. In that same area where Tokyo Fashion was, there was a line of other people dressed up too, like foreigners and other like Japanese people as well. Like a lot of fashion students go there to show off like their outfits. So that's really cool. I met some really amazing people at that little fashion shoot. Overall though, I had a really great experience in Japan wearing J fashion every day. Even though I kind of got really tired after a while because Lolita's really heavy and it's exhausting wearing it all day, walking everywhere. So if you like J fashion, you want to be more comfortable, maybe try something a little more casual. There's a lot of casual Lolita out and about that I saw. Like a lot of them don't really wear petticoats, I noticed. So if you don't want to wear the huge petticoats or all the layerings, you can definitely do a casual look and be more comfortable. Or like even for me, when I wanted to be more comfortable, I wore a lot of stuff from AC/DC Rag because they have some really comfy stuff. Like this is a really big oversized t-shirt, so comfy, and I'm wearing like one of their long skirts, so it's really cute and fashionable, but also very comfortable, which is important when you're walking and traveling everywhere in Tokyo. You know, I thought I would see a lot of Lolitas in Japan, but I actually didn't really see that many. The most I saw were foreigners and like the shop girls who were working at Angelic Pretty or Baby the Stars Shine Bright. I saw a few in the wild, but most of them don't hang out in Harajuku. They mostly hang out in like Akihabara or like Shinjuku or Shibuya. If you see someone wearing Lolita fashion or any other fashion in Japan that you really like and you like, oh, you want to go up to them and say something, it's really best that you don't. They don't like when you approach them. They're very shy. Especially if you're a foreigner, they might be freaked out. So it's just best to leave them alone. Now, if you're at an event or a pop-up where you know there's going to be other people there dressed up, then by means feel free to talk to them. And some of them do speak some English. Most of the people that I met there that I made friends with, they went to the Harajuku walk where everyone dresses up and you walk around Harajuku. It was really fun, and I made a lot of friends during that event. And of course, you can always follow the shop girls from like 6% Doki Doki or ACDC Rag. A lot of them have social media, so you can always talk to them on there if you want to know anything else about Japanese fashion. And sometimes when you're out and about in Harajuku, you might even run into some really well-known J-Fashion Harajuku celebrities. Like, I ran into Kuru-chan or Haruka Kurobashi and Sebastian Masuda. Tokyo and Harajuku in general is like a very small area, so you're always seeing people you know or your friends. I ran into my friends quite a few times out there. So when I was in Harajuku and I ran into Haruka Kurobashi and Ghost Girl Goods, who was doing a pop-up at 6% Doki Doki, I asked if I could hang out with them for a little bit because my friend ditched me to go get waffles. And she said I could, so that was really cool. I got to hang out with Haruka because I haven't seen her in a very long time, since probably 2018. And she's so nice. And she actually speaks a little bit of English now, so it was nice to actually talk to her. Ghost Girl Goods was also really nice. I love her merch. It's so cute. You should really check it out. Overall, that was just my experience as a foreigner in Japan wearing Harajuku fashion. Really positive experiences. I didn't have anything negative happen to me. Just a few like Halloween comments, but that's pretty normal, I guess, when you look like me and you walk out in public anyways. But overall, my experience there was amazing. It was amazing. If you ever get a chance to go to Japan, to Harajuku, please do and dress up. It's so much fun. So thank you for watching my video. Please like and subscribe and have a nice day. Bye!